Alright, what is going on, my dudes? We are back here today with one more off-season war where I got to go ahead and bring in Apocalypse and Weapon Flex. So I wanted to get this video out to you guys before the war season started, even though I think it's starting today by the time it's going up, really. But I wanted to get this out because there's virtually a 0% chance I'm ever going to bring Weapon Flex into Alliance War during the season. I'll probably bring Apocalypse in a couple of times. You know, we'll have to see. He's really good for Alliance War attack, honestly. And you know, these guys are running Suicide, so that's doing a lot of damage, of course. But at the end of the day, man, like when I'm tossing off the initial like special 2, it's starting when they're at like 20% health, and it's just nuking them down. And even if they weren't running Suicides, the special 2 would probably end the fight, and if not, build up to one more special 1. And they'd just be flushed right down the toilet there. But up next we have a Moleman here. We're going to do one more fight with Apocalypse here. This guy has a heavy hitter, power alternator, and instead he builds up Fury. But Apocalypse is really great for Moleman, arguably the best counter for Moleman, because Moleman's not going to be able to purify any of his debuffs, and that's literally all that Moleman's got, to be honest. You know, he's going to be going up in Monster Mass there, which is actually another thing that helps out Apocalypse, but he's going to be going up in Monster Mass, and he's going to be, all of those debuffs are going to be sticking as well. So overall, man, Apocalypse is amazing for Moleman, especially if you find him in Alliance War, because you know, he's a stubborn attacker and Moleman is a stubborn defender, so he kind of gets around the whole stubborn thing and benefits a lot from the stubborn attack tactics. But yeah, this is another fight that's pretty much over with that first special 2. Again, if he wasn't running Suicide, he probably would have had to build up to one more special 1, but now we get to toss on that Horseman ability onto Weapon Flex, who is really good as a Horseman, man. Like, the prowess is very potent for him because his special attacks already do a lot of damage, so the prowess definitely affects the bigger hitters a little bit more when it comes to that. And the being 100% resistant to bleed is also very nice, and the ability to go unstoppable the first time you get hit is also very nice, especially for Weapon Flex here. So Weapon Flex is not a stubborn attacker, so I have to watch out and try not to dex too much. Here I got a very dodgy heavy intercept there. I got another one right there. I gotta stop doing that. I gotta stop that. I'm so not used to playing Weapon X against champions with Limber, like in Alliance War. I've never brought him in before. But yeah, as you can see there, I purposely got hit so I can get that Fury buff, and I have all those bleeds up, man, so she's just draining, dude. Weapon X is honestly a very good champion, man, even for like Alliance War. It's unfortunate I never get to bring him in, but you know, at the end of the day, I'd probably rather be using like Ghost anyway. But at this point, this is really funny, so watch this. I'm going to go in here to end the fight here, going in for the special 2, at least I will in a second here. She's down to, what is she down to, like 5% health, and we're going to go in right after a parry for a special 2, and she goes invisible, and she hits me once or twice, which is annoying, but that's where that passive Unstoppable came in handy. So we did end up losing some health in that fight, but overall it was a pretty clean, almost flawless fight. We're going to go on Path 7 in Section 2 here. There's Spite, powerful from afar, against a Wasp. Now, this is a fight that we would like never assign during the season, but I just wanted to see how dominant Weapon X could be here, because obviously, you know, this is a risky fight, man. It's a risky fight using Weapon X here. Now, this Wasp isn't using Suicide, so it's a really cool way to measure you know, the ability of Professor X for Weapon X here. So if she gets to a special 3, the fight's pretty much over. But look at that, man. That passive Unstoppable definitely saved us there, and all those bleeds are really taking her down, man. So you know, Weapon X just really rinsed right through that. He rinsed right through that Invisible Woman too. So really good stuff. We have one more fight with, or we have 2 more fights with Weapon X actually, but we have one more fight here on this path. It's against Kinetic Transference and Aspect of Evolution on Stealth Spidey. Stealth Spidey isn't the hardest defender in the world at all, but he can still be annoying with that passive evade, but what's really good about it is that we have that ability to go passively unstoppable if we get hit once from the Horseman ability. So hopefully we don't have to do that, but also I believe if Weapon X gets evaded, he also goes passively unstoppable as well if he evades or when he misses. So that's really, really cool, man. So actually, Weapon X has a decent amount of things going on for him in this fight. Weapon X is just usually all around a pretty good attacker as long as they aren't bleed immune or debuff immune. But yeah, man, he's rinsing these guys, because now at this point, he's stun immune, he's completely unblockable. Being completely unblockable in content like Alliance War is really huge, man. That's really good stuff. So I did this 2 wars in a row, and I want to show you one more fight I had with Weapon X against a Mordo, another fight that we would never assign during the season. This is EMP modification, Burden of Might, Rolling Thunder Mordo. It's a 6-star rank 2 Mordo, and obviously this would be Dr. Doom or Thing here, no other option really, and we're going to see how fast we can nuke him down with Weapon X, and if we could do it without gaining any buffs. And of course, this Mordo is running suicide, so of course there's going to be a lot of damage that's happening from the suicides here. You know, one thing to keep in mind is that all of Weapon X's special attacks will be unblockable, but we can't throw them into Mordo's block because he'll block them if he's holding block for over a second or so. But yeah, man, look at this. 30 seconds in and he was just drained. So even if he didn't have suicides on, we probably still would have gotten him down in another like 20 seconds or so. So yeah, man, Weapon X hits really, really hard. Those bleeds are very, very potent. Really great, underrated champion. Unfortunately, not too many people have him. So up next, we have Powerful from Afar and Kinetic Transference Black Widow Clairvoyant. Now keep in mind, this is a rank 3 cable. I just wanted to test this since it was off season. I wanted to see how viable this strategy would be, just baiting out those heavy attacks and the special ones. I just wanted to see what the degen looked like using a rank 3 cable, because I'm still deciding if I want to take up my cable to rank 5 to use like with Apocalypse. But look at this, man. Look at how the degen is just really draining her, dude. She has 12 on her. 12 degens on her, man. And this is just a rank 3 cable, and in 30 seconds, she was down to like 65% health. So really, really cool stuff there. I think if that was a rank 5 cable, he would have had a chance to solo her like that. Of course, you know, the note here is that if she backs up, she goes away. Well, you know, she's going to be gaining power like a mad woman. So that's obviously, we would never send Cable there. We would send Ghost and Hood there, and I'd probably take that fight with Ghost and Hood. However, just wanted to test out that Cable synergy, and keep in mind he wasn't a Horseman there. But yeah, I think he did pretty good, and that was pretty cool to see that, man. It's really cool to see Cable getting some love lately. But this video was mostly about just flexing that weapon flex on you guys, just to show him off in Alliance War. I think that there's a lot of potential for Weapon X in Alliance War. I'd like to see Legacy bring his in more. I don't think his is on defense anymore, so that would definitely be cool to see. But who knows, man? Who knows? It's all up to the higher powers there. It all depends on what the map says and what it calls for. But that's going to be it for this off-season war videos, my dude. I do hope you enjoyed seeing some Weapon X Alliance War action. I definitely enjoyed taking him in during the off-season. If you enjoyed it, do me a favor, drop a like, comment what you think about Weapon X and Alliance War in the comment section below, and subscribe if you want to see some Alliance War Season 21, 22, the next season coming up very soon, very soon, and subscribe if you want to see that. I'll be seeing you around.